Okay. All right. Okay, good afternoon, everybody. This is Jeremy Medeiros. I'm here with JP Ruja, and we're about to take one of the Cahow chicks out of the Cahow cam nest. And this is a nest that we actually have a live streaming infrared camera set up inside so that they can be followed at nonesuchexpeditions, nonesuchisland.com. So this is becoming, quite exciting because the first chicks are already flying out to sea. They come out at night to exercise. And like I said, we have a record number of 25 chicks just on Nonsuch. For the entire population, there's about 75 chicks. So let's just take this one out. Aye, there he is, right here. And you can see quite a large bird at this point. Is starting to lose all of the natal down that they're completely covered with when they first hatch, and it takes about 3.5 months from hatching till the time they fledge out to sea. In comparison, a long-tail chick takes about 65 to 70 days, so only just over 2 months. So this takes almost half a gang this long. So I'm just going to do this so it doesn't get too hot. And I'm going to take them up to the shade because it's getting quite hot already out here. Perfect. Yes, and what we do every year with every single Cahow chick, because it is one of the rarest seabirds on the planet. Right now it rates at about number 3 on the planet for rarity, and it is also the fastest recovering one of those 3. Because we do have a really good management program, and we have ever since David Wingate started back in 1960. They've been under continuous management. I've been in charge of the management project since 2000, so for 24 years now. So yeah, he looks good. His losing down, he has been coming out for about 3 nights now to exercise. He won't be able to fledge until all of this down from his upper surfaces and his breast and flanks are gone. They can fledge with a little bit still on their belly. And you can see they have these large webbed feet, a very strong hooked black bill, and he has already been fitted with an identification band that he'll have for the rest of his life. So the first thing I'm going to do very quickly, because it is a hot day and I've got 25 chicks to do just on this island, is put him in a cloth bag which he can breathe through and see through. It's just to keep him calm and get his way. He was fed again by the adult female, his mother, just 2 nights ago. So yeah, he's actually at a very good weight for this stage. He's at 293, so that's 273 grams, 273. As long as they're between about 260 and 300, then they're in good shape. So 273. It would be nice if he received at least one more feeding visit from an adult, because he's still so downy. It's going to be at least another 3 or 4 nights, I believe, before it's ready to fly out. Once it flies out to sea, we've already sexed this bird from the length of the bill. We know it's a female bird. Males take 3 to 4 years out at sea before they return to Bermuda to find their nest and find their egg. Wow, this bird has an incredibly long wingspan for this stage of development. 272 millimeters. Theoretically, this bird could fly already if it wasn't for all the down. So 272 millimeters. But it is an unusually big bird too, which means that it's full size for other birds, other chicks that are smaller than this. It's very unusual because most of the time female birds are much are about 20% lighter than the males, but the parents that this bird is that are this bird's parents, because they do mate for life, remember. The female is one of the very few in the population, one of only 2 pairs in 165 pairs, that is as big or bigger than the male bird. So she's a She's a big woman, you know, for on the Cahow side of things. Okay, here we go. So that's wow, that's a big too. 39.0 millimeters. Everything about this bird is big. 39.0. And last but not least, I'm just going to check its bill again, because we're at that point. The plumage looks like face, wings, tail, shoulder, and rump, but still got a lot of down elsewhere. Okay, and last but not least is just the bill length, which she obviously, hold on.
I'll edit that.
Yeah. It's okay, sweetie. And this is something we do very quickly. It's much less intrusive than taking a blood sample or such. And yeah, it's definitely a female. Even though it's a big bird, it still has a relatively short bill, 27.9 millimeters. Yeah, so that confirms it is a female, 27.9. Yeah, and hopefully my daughter will be providing us with a name for this lovely strapping young lady right here for that. And this is, like I say, one of about 75 Cahow chicks for the entire species for the planet. So that's not a very high output of young. They only produce 1 egg a year, but it's Bermuda's own special bird that's unique to Bermuda. It nests nowhere else on the planet, and it largely determined our early history as well, because it helped to scare the Spanish off 100 years, you know, for 100 years after they'd claimed the islands but never settled it because of the ghosts in the woods. And the ghosts were these fellows because they're nocturnal, and they make very ghostly howling and growling noises at night. So yeah, so that is our young Cahow Cam1 chick, which probably will be flying out to sea for in about 3 to 4 nights time. And when this bird, because it's a female, flies out to sea, we won't see this bird until about 2028 to 2030. It can take 4 to 6 years for a female to return. Males mature a bit more quickly. They return in 3 to 4 years. So yeah, so she looks great. She's in good shape. Yeah, I already fitted this bird with its permanent identification band from a corrosion-resistant alloy, and the band number that's unique to this bird is E0909. So, and has a little return address in case it gets blown ashore by a hurricane, say up in Nova Scotia or Newfoundland, which has happened with seabirds from Bermuda before. So yeah, everything looks great. I'm going to be returning it back, and we've already been seeing some very interesting footage from the Cahow Cam. So anybody can go on to the Cahow Cam live streaming. It's streaming, you know, live right from inside the burrows. It's at Nonesuch Expeditions or nonesuchisland.com. It's free. And we've already seen some very interesting reactions. The oldest chick in the island, which fledged about 3 nights ago now out to sea, actually this bird had come out for the first night to exercise, and the other bird actually went into her burrow. And so when she returned, she was quite annoyed to find another chick in her burrow, and she escorted or chased him out quite handily. So all of that is in fact on our website, our Nonesuch Expeditions website. So if you're interested, just anybody can look in and follow these birds as they start the big phase of their life, going out to sea, you know. All right, so from Jeremy and JP on Nonesuch Island, Bermuda, on a beautiful May 26th during the May 24th holiday weekend. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you soon on Nonesuch Island, Bermuda. All the best. Okay, let's put him back. Oh. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's just so bright outside. There